All right, what's going on, guys? So I saw this tweet right here. Yeah, I saw that tweet on Twitter, and I'm not sure if it's true or not. I haven't bothered to verify, but the point is, it got me thinking, right? So we all know that usually 90 minutes, 9600 minutes is about, a good standard movie time, right? But one of the things that I really don't like about the movies and cinema and stuff is like having to either have a shorter movie or have a longer movie, and people complain about the length and stuff like that. So, as not just a comic book fan and a fan of books in general, I decided to make like a little video in defense of like long movie times and stuff like that. Now I know that movies back in the day had like intermissions, and even concerts have intermission. I go to a lot of concerts, and I went and saw Rush on the R40 tour. They had an intermission. That's not uncommon. Dream Theater has intermissions, and other bands, that play longer sets or just play really intense music, sometimes have intermissions. There's no problem with that. I wouldn't mind an intermission in a movie, but to me, for just a movie and not actual theatrical play I'm going to see, that seems kind of weird. When I'm in an actual theater and there's an intermission to go get snacks, go to the bathroom and stuff, that's like part of, the experience of being in an actual setting with actual humans directly in front of you using stage mics and stuff. It's totally different, in my opinion, than being like a movie theater where it's just a screen of stuff that's already filmed and edited. You know what I mean? So intermissions, not really too fond of that. Concerts I understand, but as far as like a theatrical movie and not natural theatrical play, I don't think intermissions will really be that much of use, but that's just me. So no intermissions on actual theatrical movies. But as far as longer run times, like I know the studios need to have shorter run times so they can fit more movies in like a day and make more money for the box office, da 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 da, whatever. But as far as a movie being too as long as it faithfully adapts source material and properly tells the story, I really don't have a problem with it. So, they say Avengers Doomsday is on track to be 3 hours. They say Superman is going to be 2.5 hours, and that's not a problem. Because, like I said, as a comic enjoyer and a book enjoyer, I love the Percy Jackson series. See, he's right here. But yeah, I love the Percy Jackson series, bro. Amazing book series, great fantasy, great mythology. I hate the movies. The TV series is good. I like TV series, but the movies sucked. I remember I went and saw the first movie, The Lightning Thief, in theaters. I think it's on opening day too. And like 50 to like 70% of the whole plot was cut. And I was just like, they kept some cool parts and everything like that, but most of the book wasn't even there. And in the Percy Jackson Olympia series, the first 5 books, The Lightning Thief was the longest book. And that was mostly cut. Like, I expected that to be a two-parter. But they cut so much out, and it dumbed the story down so much and just cut too much stuff. It was the pacing was meant. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible movie, right? Hated it. It was terrible. And then of course they came out with the Sea of Monsters, and that was even worse. Like, oh, it was terrible. And these movies weren't even long. That thing are like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, and weren't even long. And it's like, if Harry Potter can do two-parters of the final book, or Hunger Games can do 2 parts, or I don't know if Divergence was 2 parts or whatever, but it was like, if those movies can be 2 parts, then do it. If they need to be 3 or 4 hours long, then do it. I sat through the entire Snyder Cut. No lie, the entire Snyder Cut. And the only reason I took breaks because my wife needed to go to the bathroom. Like, there was 1 hour and then a break, and then like she needed one like every 30 minutes or something. But if she hadn't been there, like ever since then, I've literally sat there and watched the entire Snyder Cut. Like, there is nothing wrong with long movies. If you need an intermission, that's fine, or it needs to be 2 hours and a half, and then another 2 hours and a half later on. Like, there is nothing wrong with a movie being long. And I don't know if, like, with all these TikTok and Instagram stuff, with all these people's attention spans getting shorter with reels and shorts and all that stuff. I get that, but if you have to sacrifice the story for the length of the movie, then either don't make it or make it a two-parter or just make it long. You know, the Lord of the Rings movies are long. The Hobbit movies are long, but they tell the story very, very faithfully. Of course, there's still stuff that they're gonna miss because, of course, they're not gonna put the entire. That'd be like an 8 hour long movie. But then again, you get like 8 different cuts of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy. But I'm digressing. Anyway, backtrack. But if you have to sacrifice the substance of the story for the length of the movie, then do not do it. I do not have a problem sitting in a movie theater for 3 to 4 hours to watch a movie as long as it faithfully adapts everything that I'm here to see. Like Percy Jackson, the first 2 movies were atrocious. Thank God the TV series is out to correct some of that. But there is nothing wrong with having a long movie because you can tell more story. There's more character development. You can just develop everything so much better. Like the DCU, right? And for all you Snyder cultists, I'm not like a Snyder cultist fan, but I do like the Snyderverse. I think it could continue as Elseworlds story, but that's another whole other thing. I'm still excited for David Cornsweet and this new DCU. Hope it succeeds. All that good stuff. But anyway, prime examples, right? Batman v Superman and Justice League, right? 2 of the worst superhero movies ever. Modern ones, let's go with modern, because, we still had Steel and all those other superhero movies way back in the day. It's a whole other category. But 2 of the worst modern superhero movies ever because they were so short. And the only reason I say that is because when I watched Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, that was actually a pretty good movie. I would have enjoyed seeing that in theaters. Not seeing the theatrical version and then going out to the parking lot with my buddy who I was with and talking about it for 2 hours about how bad it was. Our rant about how bad it was almost as long as the movie. And Snyder Cut. Justice League theatrical version, Justice League was trash. It was hot garbage that then warmed up and then got cold and was still even worse garbage. But Snyder Cut, more character development, more time with each character. Better writing in some places. The sequence of the Flash entering Speed Force after he failed to kickstart the separation of the Unity after he had to run around in circles forever and like touch Cyborg and whatever. Like Cyborg's character development with his dad. That was amazing, and all of that was gone. For what? They ruined the entire movie, like Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, where he was flying through trying to figure out whose voice was Martha's and everything like that. That is awesome. That is good development. That is good plot. That's good tension. All that was gone for what? A shorter movie time? And it was almost like they sabotaged themselves by having shorter versions of movies and cutting all of that out. But when these Ultimate Editions and the Snyder Cut come out, these are actually like really good movies. So if you really have to if you have to take away the substance of a movie just for the sake of the time, don't do that. Do not do that. There's like Dragon Force cutting out a extra verse of lyrics or something because they want to fit in more solos. Just fit in the solos and write just put it okay. It's like if you take an orange, right? But this orange has no vitamin C in it. Doesn't have any vitamin C, any fiber. It only has juice and the peel, and there's no nutritional value from the thing. Like what is the point of it even being there and existing as it is? I don't understand that. And I understand people like their butts will get numb or they'll get bored or they'll fall asleep or they got other stuff to do, but there should not be any substance from a movie sacrificed for the runtime so they can get more tickets. Or if the movie is good, like the Lord of the Rings movies sold great. Oppenheimer, however you want to pronounce it, that movie was like 3 hours long plus, and that still got billions, millions, whatever of dollars, and it's still revered. People watch those things because they're good. It doesn't matter how long. If it's a good movie, people will watch it. There is no reason whatsoever to destroy a movie just so you can get more showtimes in, or just because people are impatient. Like we're in streaming, bro. People can literally sit on their butt for like a month after the movie comes out and just watch it on streaming and pause it whenever they want. So that's not even really an issue anymore. Back in the day when I was growing up and it was just like movie theaters and VHSs and stuff like that before DVDs even became like super huge, but you can stream anything now. You can literally watch half of an episode of The Wheel of Time, pause it, and then come back to it 2 months later. That's in the exact same spot. Like with the rise of streaming, you don't even need to worry about that for real, because most of the box office or the streaming is gonna make up for everything else anyway, or people gonna watch it anyway. So I don't know. That's my little rant. I don't mind long movies at all. Never did. Um, you know, I just saw that post and I just felt to make a video on it. But especially with comic book films, all these arcs they want to adapt and everything. There's no problem. I don't mind having a two-parter or anything like that. The DC AMU had a two-parter of The Long Halloween. So, oh no, that was DC. Was it? No, that was Tomorrowverse. Had a two-part of Long Halloween. So I don't mind that. They had a two-parter of The Dark Knight Returns, the animated movie. I don't mind that. Either have it be long or have it be two parts. That's what she said. But anyway, I just had to make a video about it. Just some nerd stuff that was just, it popped right in my mind. So I was like, I can make a video about this later. So I did. So yeah, that's this week's video. If you guys like this, you can like, comment, subscribe. Comment your favorite movie time or your preferred movie time. And thank y'all for watching.